Worried my 22F boyfriend, 25M, has killed himself and it's my fault.
My boyfriend and I have been together for almost 2 years. When he drinks to a certain point, he has a tendency to become absolutely furious over the smallest things. An argument always ensues with me always taking all the brunt of his name calling. A joke. Every name under the sun. Then in the morning he will cry, beg, make promises, and then the cycle continues next weekend. I know it's my fault for not ending things. The only reason I didn't is because sober. He's an angel. Also, he is depressed and anxious, so I never wanted to be too hard on him. Last night we had another argument. And this morning when the crying and begging began, I just exploded. My rage came from a place of frustration at having to constantly babysit my own boyfriend. And also that fact that I've tried every approach possible but his behavior has never changed. I said some horrible things to him that I'm ashamed of now. Like telling him that everyone in my life and also his own friends, bar one of them, all actually think he is a complete dick. This is actually true. My family and his friends have all told me at separate points how much they dislike him. He told me that now he wants to kill himself, which wouldn't be the first time has mentioned wanting to kill himself. I kicked him out my apartment and told him I don't want to see him for the foreseeable. But now my messages and calls aren't going through to him and I'm terrified he has actually killed himself because of what I said. I don't know if I need advice or just to vent, but I'm a complete mess right now. I don't feel bad for screaming at him, but I feel so guilty for the harsh things I said and I'm so worried about him. I love him. TLDR. Said some horrible things to my boyfriend, but in an argument that was deserved. Worried that he has killed himself because of what I said. Looking for advice or comfort, please. Edit. I should clarify. He does go to therapy. He has done for the past year. But his behavior has not changed even 1% since starting. Edit 2. He hasn't killed himself. He messaged me back. Now the only thing is what to do next. Then in the morning he will cry, beg, make promises, and then the cycle continues next weekend. It's called being an alcoholic, and it gets progressively worse to where it won't be every weekend, it will be every day. Love isn't enough. Get out and let the guy destroy only his life and not both of yours. You shouldn't set yourself on fire to keep someone else warm. He has mental issues and a drinking problem. Promises are only good when they're followed up with actual actions and a change in behavior. Awesome. He's a great guy when sober, but that doesn't mean you need to put up with his abuse or be the wall between him and himself. Hopefully, it's a reality check for him to straighten up, but at no point are you responsible for his actions. Get yourself into therapy and work on moving away from this toxic relationship.
Call the police. Tell them what you fear. Never talk to him again. None of this is your fault. None of it.
Keep your distance and focus on yourself for a while. If you're worried about him, you can always ask the cops to do a wellness check to see if he's okay.
His mental health is not your responsibility. You haven't caused anyone to hurt themselves. People make their own decisions.
1. Call the cops for a welfare check. 2. You look for help. You need it. 3. Stop enabling him. He needs help and you are definitely not providing it cause you are not able to. Even if you want it. My ex-husband has said the same thing many times. And even disappeared for the day to scare me. Jerk is still alive and kicking. Go to an AlAnon meeting today. They are held around the world and online. The 12-step program has serious issues. But when someone like you is in total denial that they are in a codependent relationship with an abusive alcoholic, it's really helpful to find others and hear their stories. It will help you understand both. 1. Yes, you were in an abusive relationship. 2. How you enabled it. 3. Start taking care of yourself. He raged and verbally abused you at least weekly while you told him the absolute truth once? You didn't continue the cycle of your abuse once. Then he threatened to kill himself. That's not suicidal ideation as much as it is a manipulation tactic to make you stay with him out of fear. If you're worried, you can call the police to do a wellness check because of his behaviors listed above. They'll likely find him on a bender. Killing yourself would not prevent text messages from arriving. He turned his phone off to, yet again, try to manipulate you. You should block his number. You should be referring to him as your ex-boyfriend, not your boyfriend. Get rid of him. Block all communication. You are not responsible for his actions at all. He is the only one responsible for his actions. If you are concerned, call the police or his parents for a welfare check. Then be done with him forever. He is not worth your time. It sounds like he is manipulating you. He does it when he messes up because he has an unhealthy relationship with alcohol, which also is masking other behavioral issues and things he should seek therapy for. His crying and begging to him now puts you as the if you don't forgive him in his mind. It's his way to move his indiscretions onto you versus accepting his mistake and changing his behavior. This time you didn't fall for it. You said enough is enough and I'm not the only one seeing your behavior. Seeing his original way to control you isn't working. He's trying something else. Call for a welfare check and leave it at that. He most likely didn't do anything and blocked you to make you worry so again. You feel guilty and now he's controlling the narrative by making himself a victim. You don't need someone like this in your life. And your life gets much easier when you go no contact with people like this. Whatever you do, don't go back to him. If he has killed himself, take this as a way out and don't look back. If he hasn't, stand your ground and move on from him. I doubt he has. He sounds a bit abusive. My ex would threaten to kill himself if I complained about his shitty abuse and then block me. Then I'd stop thinking about what a turd he was as I was too worried. In hindsight, it was obvious. Just break up. He sounds rubbish. Would you eat an ice cream with a speck of feces on just because the rest was delicious? If he had truly killed himself, your calls and messages would still be going through just to voicemail or staying on read. He has blocked you obviously to try and make you feel bad for sticking up for yourself. But as you pointed out, even his friends hate him, so what's making you stay with him? There's something you need to work on internally, I expect. Him killing himself wouldn't make his phone stop accepting your calls or texts. He probably blocked you, which you should accept as the blessing that it is. IDK where you are. When my brother had to deal with his ex-GF, whom he broke up with, threatened him with unaliving herself, he called the police to get a welfare check conducted. That's the only thing you can do, really. He could be trying to scare you in hopes that you'll feel bad and take him back. If he wants to die, he dies. If he wants to live, he lives. Simple as that. Never your fault, and not your power. If you are worried about him, then call the police via non-emergency line to do a welfare check on him. I bet he is alive and punishing you by freezing you out. You need to end this for good. He's an asshole. He hurts you repeatedly when drunk, but sober him thinks it's okay to lift those cups. Sober him finds it acceptable to subject you to his BS and beg for forgiveness after, and not just once. I suspect he does that on purpose. Call the cops for a welfare check, and then never see or speak to him again. He is abusive.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.